All weekend long, people have been holding candlelight vigils around state capitals and in big cities across the nation in protest of tomorrow's Electoral College vote. Vigils are scheduled for tonight in both Seattle and Olympia. KIRO 7's Joanna Small is live in Capitol Hill at Cal Anderson Park, where a vigil there begins in just a few hours. Joanna.
Lindsay, people who will be gathering here at Cal Anderson Park have indicated that they will be standing in solidarity with the other people across the country, as you mentioned, in protest of Trump trying to ensure that he does not become president instead of just president-elect. Now, founding father Alexander Hamilton described the Electoral College as the institute empowered to choose the best president regardless of the popular vote. So this nationwide movement is named for him, hence Hamilton electors. The process can be confusing, but electors are not required to cast their vote for the candidate they are pledged to. The Hamilton electors emerged after new information that the Russians hacked the election in order to ensure Trump prevailed, although a Seattle University political scientist says that likely was not the reason.
The really damaging shift for her came in the last few days. So if we wanted to point to a single event that probably had more to shape it than anything else, would be Director Comey's email letter to the Congress rather than anything the Russians might have done.
He, of course, was talking about the last few days of the election. Still last week in federal court, two Washington state electors argued that there should not be a $1,000 fine in the state for electors who choose to vote against their pledged candidate. Ultimately, the judge ruled they did not make their case. Now, the Hamilton electors believe that new information about that hack may sway some Republican electors to vote for a different Republican, and if enough do that, Trump would not gain enough electoral votes to be elected president. Therefore, the House of Representatives would be tasked with choosing our next president. The vigil in Olympia starts at 6 o'clock, the one here at Cal Anderson Park at 8. Live on Capitol Hill, Joanna Small, KIRO 7 News.
For some, tomorrow's electoral vote is a final opportunity to try to prevent Donald Trump from being inaugurated. And those anti-Trump activists are doing whatever they can to encourage GOP electors to change their votes. But some of them may be going too far. Tonight, Rosa Flores shows us how one elector is getting hate mail, including death threats.
So this one came in a day before the election. Hey, blankhead, I'll find you and put a bullet in your fat, blanking mouth.
Death threats fill Michigan elector Michael Banarian's social media accounts.
So this is a tweet I received, has a picture of a noose on it.
His mailbox packed with demands coming from around the country. 2,000 just this week, he says.
Oregon, Oklahoma, Washington State.
I am so sorry.
The mailman even interrupting our interview to deliver another 600 letters, all calling on him not to vote for Donald Trump. Something Banarian, along with Michigan's 15 other electors, pledged to do, regardless of the pressures.
I've had death wishes, people just saying, I hope you die, do society a favor, throw yourself in front of a bus. And just recently I was reading a blog about me, and unfortunately these people not only called for the burning of myself, but my family, which is completely out of line.
Banarian has no choice. Michigan state law keeps him from changing his vote. Electors in 27 other states and the District of Columbia also have what are known as faithless elector laws. But in 22 states, electors can go rogue. Anti-Trump groups are not letting up, posting the names and addresses of 283 electors on the internet, encouraging people across the country to write the electors asking they vote against Trump.
I believe I must cast my vote for an alternative Republican.
The group, Hamilton Electors, is leading the charge to block Trump from 270 electoral votes. They say at least 20 electors are on board, but they need 37 for the election to go to the House of Representatives.
Republican members of the Electoral College, this message is for you.
Hollywood stars are pushing for an alternate ending as well, releasing this video.
By voting your conscience, you and other brave Republican electors can give the House of Representatives the option to select a qualified candidate.
But that's never happened before. And Banarian says his vote won't help this year be the first.
It's utter hypocrisy, because I don't think that if the roles were reversed, most of these people would be okay with electors being faithless and voting for anyone other than Hillary Clinton had she won.
Just into the newsroom, Hungarian actress and socialite Zsa Zsa Gabor has died.